Since the election, there are some world leaders welcoming Donald Trump as the next U.S. president. They are Russia's Vladimir Putin, Syria's Bashar al-Assad, and the Philippines' Rodrigo Duterte, a fairly notorious trio, all credibly accused of various human rights abuses. Let's bring in CNN Chief National Security Correspondent Jim Sciutto. And Jim, I don't know how much they actually care about the opinion of leaders in the UK or France, but the Trump transition team claims that the president-elect has spoken with at least 29 world leaders, although the State Department says none of them were with briefing materials that would be provided by the State Department.
That's right. Contact with these foreign leaders without any preparation or help from the arm of the U.S. government built specifically for relations with foreign leaders. But I'm also told that many of those powers, including some very close U.S. allies, have had to scramble to speak to the president-elect of the United States, causing at best some diplomatic pique, at worst, real confusion. Donald Trump's first contacts with foreign leaders are breaking long-established practices for an important early ritual for newly elected presidents. One close U.S. ally had to reach out to multiple contacts before successfully arranging a phone call with President-elect Trump, a diplomatic source tells CNN. This a full day after his victory. And the State Department, normally an intermediary for such key conversations, has yet to be contacted by the Trump team.
We stand ready to support him and his team with any information that they might require, either in advance of or on the back end.
Today, President-elect Trump himself touted his first foreign contacts on Twitter. Quote, "I have received and taken calls from many foreign leaders despite what the failing New York Times said. Russia, UK, China, Saudi Arabia, Japan." And his spokesman, Jason Miller, told CNN that Mr. Trump has always intended to follow a different playbook.
He's going to have strong relations, and he's going to be able to work with other foreign leaders and to show that he is able to reach out and step outside of the political norms to do different things.
But different also means uncertain for foreign leaders eager to see where Donald Trump stands on foreign policy.
I think it takes on greater urgency in this circumstance since so little is known about Mr. Trump, how he will actually govern, and even who will advise him.
Japan's Prime Minister Shinzo Abe will be the first world leader to meet with Trump on Thursday. And again, the transition team has not sought guidance or a briefing from the State Department in advance.
There's a genuine interest, even curiosity, for him to get to know more of who Mr. Trump is about. And I think it's going to be vice versa. Mr. Trump may be equally interested, even curious, to know who Shinzo Abe is. So this is going to be very much a classic ice-breaking opportunity for both of these people.
Lots of ice-breaking. Japan, a country arguably with one of the most pressing questions for Mr. Trump, and that is, what is his position actually on nuclearizing Asia? You'll remember that he said during the campaign he might support allowing U.S. allies in Asia, including Japan, to acquire nuclear weapons. He's since, as you know, denied that position, but it is certainly a question for these powers here, because words like that from the leader of the free world, they have an effect.
He said it during a town hall and during an interview.
Yes.
Jim Sciutto, thank you so much.